Leadership, the action of leading a group of people or an organization. The definition is simple. However, the value of leadership goes beyond a simple explanation. You're checking out The Healthy Leader, discussing the different styles and the importance of great leadership. Now here's your host, Michelle Franklin.
Hey guys, this is your host Michelle Franklin, and I am coming to you tonight to talk about 2 character traits worth having. I hope that you guys have been going on YouTube. I know that the audio comes up on YouTube, but I have some really great videos on YouTube as well. My YouTube name is Michelle Franklin. So I want you guys to look me up on YouTube, guys, and kind of check that out. But on tonight, I will not be before you guys long. But should we do some pauses tonight? Let's see. Should we do some pauses? Let's do a pause. No, we're not going to do one right now. But I want to welcome you guys on tonight and thank those who have been coming on and listening to the podcast. I want to thank you guys for coming on and listening to the podcast. I've really been enjoying some of the feedback that some of you guys have been giving. And so continue to reach out to me and let me know that the podcast have been a tremendous blessing to you guys. But we're going to talk about empathy and compassion, okay? I'm a life coach. I know that sounds funny because we have a lot of life coaches, and most of the time people who have books often call themselves life coaches, which is one of the reasons why I myself did not want to be a life coach. But I kind of felt led to go into that direction. And so on tonight, there are just 2 traits I wanted to elaborate on. And these traits are vital to being a life coach. And that's empathy and that's compassion. You want to have empathy and you want to have compassion, but you want to make sure that you have compassion more so than empathy. Empathy, and this is my way. Listen, you discover your own way of saying it, okay? But this is my way of saying empathy and compassion and what they mean, how they mean, all of that good stuff. But I have my own little way, okay? So now, empathy, when I talk about empathy, when I think about empathy, the first thing I think about is, girl, I'm praying for you. Have you ever just met somebody and you told them your situation, you told them what was going on, and they was just like, I'm praying for you? Let's pause right there. Okay, that's a good time to pause. Let's go. Okay, take a deep breath in. Blow it out. That was a good moment to take a really deep breath in and really take a pause right there. People be like, oh my goodness, I'm so empathetic with your situation. Oh my goodness, I feel so sorry for you. I send my condolences to you. Oh my goodness, I am praying for you. That's empathy. It's a good trait to have, don't get me wrong. But, when I think about empathy, that's what I think about. I think about people that can basically telling you they can't do nothing but offer prayers and their condolences. And sometimes that's all they can do. That's all you need. So it's not like it's a bad trait to have, but empathy is not as great as having compassion. When you look up the definition for compassion, this my definition, okay guys? My definition of compassion is to stand in the ring and help someone fight the battle in an effort to alleviate their suffering. Now, I know I said that crazy, but that's what it actually means. It actually means to help, to give assistance to alleviate someone's suffering. So that means compassion means I am going to provide something for you. So if you're hungry, I'm going to give you money to buy food. How many times have you walked past someone on the street that didn't necessarily have the money to buy themselves something to eat, and they said, hey, do you have any change, or can you buy me a burger? And you said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything, but I can pray for you. That's empathy. Compassion says, you know what? Wendy's have a 4 for 4. Y'all, I promise I'm making myself laugh. Okay, Wendy's have a 4 for 4. I got $4 to my name, and I will give you the $4. Listen, I gotta have fun doing this, okay? Wendy says I have $4 to my name. You know what? I was talking about Wendy's, and I said Wendy. So we gonna name the person Wendy. So let's say a girl named Wendy. A girl named Wendy was walking down the street, and somebody came up to her and was like, hey, I'm hungry. Can you spare some change? And she said, no, I'm going into Wendy's, but I can get you a 4 for 4. That's what you call compassion. Okay? Now, compassion and empathy are both character traits. Okay? You want to have both of them, especially as a leader, especially as a life coach. It is so important that you possess both of those qualities especially in order to be a leader. You want to be known as a person who's empathetic and understanding for people's situation, but you also want to be the person that's known to help. You want to be the person that is the go-to person, that if I need something, I know they got me. If I'm short, I know they got me. If I need help understanding this thing right here, I know they can help me with this thing right here. And so compassion and empathy are two character traits that are so worth having, and I want to challenge you guys to increase in that, increase in your ability to be empathetic with people's situation, and increase in your ability to have compassion. For those of you all that are Bible readers, listen. When you look throughout the Bible, Jesus was moved with compassion, guys, whenever he did a miracle. Now, of course, the Bible don't say that every single miracle that he did, he was moved with compassion. But majority of the miracles he did, the Bible said he was what? Moved with compassion. Let's look at a story. Now, you have Jesus feeding the 4,000. Then you have a story with Jesus feeding the 5,000. I recall Jesus feeding, I believe it was the 4,000. It may have been the 5,000. I think it was the 5,000, but I don't have time to look it up. So the disciples, they come to Jesus and they say, listen, these people have been following us. Should we send them away so that they can go find them something to eat? Because we ain't got nothing for them. And I'm paraphrasing, okay? And so Jesus tells the disciples, no, you feed them. And he's like, well, what we got? Boom, we got 2 fish and 5 loaves here. Jesus like, okay, cool. Jesus prayed. He lifted it up. He prayed. He blessed it. Then he broke it. After he broke it, he told the disciples to distribute the fish and the loaves to the people. And after that, they took up baskets filled that was left over. Okay, so now that's a good point that I want leaders to kind of take away also. Who set the people in, who put the people in order? Who put the people in groups? Jesus. Okay, let's have a little Bible study on tonight right quick. Jesus tell his leaders, okay, this is leadership now. Since we going there tonight, we might as well jump on in some more. So Jesus tells his leadership to feed them. Then when the baskets was taken up, what was left over, the disciples was able to take. Now that's a key nugget for leadership. What am I saying? Sometimes leaders take what's left. Sometimes leaders are not the first ones to partake in the blessing. It's a blessing in being a blessing. And when you are a leader and you have compassion on people, sometimes you will be willing to lose your portion to give and be a blessing to the overall health or well-being of everyone else. And as a result, that's when you will see the miracle. That's when you will see the increase. And whatever's left over will be more than enough. And you will be able to partake in that miracle. Y'all see how I just pulled leadership out of there? Boom. I was going there just to talk about compassion. The Bible says Jesus was moved with compassion because the multitude had been following him. Now that's another key word for leadership. These people were following him. Listen, we need to pause on this. We need to take a deep breath and pause on this. So pause. Now take your deep breath. Blow it out. I know I blew it out too soon, but let me say this. Jesus had compassion on people who chose to follow. That means leaders never force followers. I done said a whole mouthful right there, baby. Now, if y'all ain't got that, I don't know what to say. But listen, I done said a whole mouthful right there. I sure did. Baby, let me tell you something. People will try to force you to follow them. You do not have to follow me, baby. I'm not going to force your hand. I'm not going to force you to follow me. You got to see something in me. And what are you going to see in me? Number one, you're going to see compassion. Number two, you're going to see empathy. Those are two things you're going to see in me. And then you make a determination of whether or not you want to follow me. And when you follow me, that's what makes me a leader. We talked about that yesterday, guys. Let me whisper on that. We talked about that yesterday, guys. We talked about that on yesterday. One of the things that make you a leader is the fact that you have followers. Okay? So, on tonight, I just wanted to come on and give you guys 2 nuggets in leadership, in character, to kind of help you guys become better in what you're doing and what you set out to do. Number 1, empathy, and number 2, compassion. I pray that these 2 nuggets will be embedded in you, that you will embrace them, that you will walk in them, that you will display them, demonstrate them, that you will be the kind of leader that society need you to be, and that you will, have compassion and empathy, so much so that it will be displayed even amongst your enemies. The Bible says to bless those that curse you and those that despitefully uses you. Sometimes you gotta feel sorry for the ones that try to use you. Just feel sorry for them, okay? So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this broadcast on tonight. On that note, I am your host, Michelle. I'm your host, Michelle Franklin, and I will be back on tomorrow to give you guys some more nuggets on tomorrow to help you guys become a healthy leader. That is my goal. That is my job, to come on and talk about character, talk about leadership, talk about different life skills that can help you in your walk to be the leader that you were destined to be. You were created to lead. What capacity were you created to lead in? Ask yourself that question. Lord, what capacity was I created to lead in? Ask yourself that question, guys. Find out what capacity. Are you called to just lead yourself? In any event, you can become a healthy leader on any level. You can become more healthy. You never stop exercising. You never stop eating healthy food because you want to live the rest of your life healed and whole. And I want you guys to take that same mindset when it comes to being a healthy leader. Never stop investing in your growth and development. You guys be blessed.